You didn't hit it.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Toy Duo team, where we're going to talk about action reveals and more. Roll the music.
TV news, all the pop culture you can handle. You can have more action figures that will ever fit on your shelf. When you have a plastic addiction and your shelves are overflowing, when you don't know what new is coming, but you fear you might miss out, just sit right back, just relax and watch you listen. The Toy Duo team brings you what you need. All the toy news you didn't know you.
Yay! Back the Laat.
Yeah, since Eric's not here to say it, please. Oh wait, there he is.
I almost did make it. Yeah.
I was actually going to take the clips of your voice from last week when you were saying back the Laat, and I was going to like kind of put it in the video. And then I was like, I don't know whose voice or whatever. And then I was going to remember how I used to do the heads on top of
Yeah.
I was going to do that. And I was like, well, yeah, just do it with the word bubbles or something like that. I think
South Park Canadians, like the head just cut in half. If back the Laat.
Right. All right, so we got Snow John here today, obviously because of Snowcat funded. We'll talk about that in a minute. We got Sir Eric, which is hashtag back the Laat. So make sure every time you go to social media, you hashtag back the Laat. No matter what you're talking about, even if you're just talking about like running down to like Thrifties and getting some ice cream from the Rite Aid that closed. And then you got Dan in the 616. Is that like going to be like your new rap title? I'm in the 616 and I'm rolling.
No, that's not my zip code last three. That's just so you know which Earth I'm on.
Yeah, he's from
okay,
Earth
okay.
616.
You're in the 616.
Yeah.
No confusion there. I'm not an 828 or a
The
916.
Laat numbers have gone down, as Eric.
What is the MCU? Is that 616?
Yeah.
No, I think the comic.
The main one's 616.
Is it okay? So the comics are what, like eight something?
No. Well, they're different ones, but they took the 616 from the comics.
Gotcha. I thought the comics were 616 or 821 or I don't know. I forget.
Well, there was 838 in
838
Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to some people in the chat. We got Mr. B here. We got Gap. We got Dino from Geek Strong, driving as usual. He plans everything at 3 o'clock on a Saturday so he could pretend like he didn't want to hang out with us. It's fine. We get it. We understand. At least I do. He hates me. Jonathan Redmond. I'm just kidding. He's actually hunting popcorn buckets because once he made a popcorn bucket video and it took off, he's now required to go film every single popcorn bucket that comes out. Let's see. Gap. Geek Strong. Dave's Dimension is here. Hey, Dave.
Yes.
David R is here.
David R. Yeah, we're double David.
And let's see. And we'll catch more people as they come in. Anyways, this week we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. We got the action figures and some movie stuff that we'll talk about. But let's get started with catching up on some of these crowd funds. This is the Laat. It's currently at 34.31, or probably
it's moving a bit more.
Okay, so it's still got 23 days. It only needs 8,000 to get the base unit unlocked. So it's got a couple of hundred more than last week, which is pretty good. So I think it's kind of plugging along pretty decently. Let's see. So the G.I. Joe Snowcat just funded. So this one is the only HasLab that's going. Of course, it's not the only crowd fund that's out there because did you want to say it, Eric? Back the Laat?
Back the Laat.
All right. The Masters of the Universe playset Snake Layer went from 2,800 backers to 5,900 backers in a week. So it looks like it's 98% funded because it only needs like 95 more and still got some time. So that thing is definitely going to get funded in plenty of time. There was like a timed thing also, right? Maybe that's why it.
Yeah.
Bird, right.
Some of the guys were complaining about that. Well, questioning like, do you think it's fair? And the question is like, if you order it in the first 13 days or something like that, the first just shy of 2 weeks of it going up, you get that snake lady with the snake body, the interchangeable legs or a snake bottom. And if you order it in the second half, like now in the next 12 days, you don't get that snake lady. So there's an advantage to backing early. And they were saying, like, do you think that's fair? Because if you're on the fence, if you're going, I don't know if I want this thing, I'm going to wait to see if it gets funded or whatever, you know what I mean? And then, so now you'd go, oh, it's at 5,900. I think I am going to get this because it's definitely going to get funded. Everyone's on board. I think I'm going to get it. Well, now you're too late. Well, you missed the snake lady, but you're paying the same amount as someone who got the snake lady.
I'm personally conflicted about those types of things. I know Hasbro's done early birds in the past with varying levels of success. Obviously, it's to incentivize backing early and getting momentum.
Early, yeah.
But I mean, depending on how they charge for these things, right? Like, I'm not sure if Mattel does Mattel take the money up front
immediately. Yeah.
Okay, well then that kind of stinks for those people. I'm not necessarily in favor of having like early bird exclusives, but maybe there should be something like a slightly lower price point.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you would
I don't think it's fair, especially if they're charging you at the time you back. That kind of stinks for people who need to save up.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
I can't believe you're not using this opportunity, Eric.
I think there's some like
I was going to say if you're on the fence with the Motu, then back the Laat.
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. I think there's some stuff going on in the chat. I think try to be nice to each other, guys. Come on. Anyways, yeah, Hasbro got rid of the early bird tier in the Ghostbusters HasLab Ecto 1. They just went ahead and threw it in because in a way, it was like, I think they were at the point where they were like, well, we don't think we're going to meet the goal, but it wouldn't be unfair to just add it. I'm talking to you too, Gap. Anyways,
children.
Kids, man.
Children.
It's like a playground in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got rid of that time release. I don't know if it was a lesson they learned from that Robbie Reyes thing, and if that really detrimented that Engine of Vengeance, that you weren't actually going to get that version of like Ghost Rider and stuff like that.
Well, they did it too with the Proton Pack. You had a different slime kind of.
Was it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was slime or the marshmallow. I didn't back early. I backed at the last minute, and I didn't get that. Yeah. And I think the Ecto 1 had they changed the campaign to include Lewis, right?
Right. So I mean, like, I think this early bird deal, whether it's fair or not, I think we had talked about this before, right? Like, if the early bird should be, especially in this Masters of the Universe, I mean, if they're taking your money right away, I would be all for saying it's for anybody who backs early. Like, people who want to wait till the end won't get the early bird.
You know, it would be nice. I'm sure other people have thought about this, and this isn't like a new concept, but I kind of wish all these crowdfund campaigns the companies would at least commit to the bare minimum, right? So that there wasn't like a risk of something not funding at all. It's just they can end up producing more than the minimum and start adding on tiers, and then they're on the hook for holding whatever inventory. So if you don't, like for the Laat, if you don't hit 8,000, they're still going to produce 8,000. So if it was stuck at 4,000 backers, they just have 4,000 extra they need to sell over time.
So let me ask you a question then. I mean, like, if you listen to that G.I. Joe Instagram stream that they did, they were talking about how when they build a HasLab campaign, they basically do 2 rounds of like designing and everything, right? Like they designed the prototype that it's a whole shortened version of this campaign. So it sounds to me, Eric, like what you're saying is build a HasLab, and then if it reaches a certain point, then add in like a bonus tier, which would be like what they were doing in the very beginning, where they would get to the thing and say, hey, and then there's this stretch goal. And then like once that gets revealed, then there's this additional stretch goal.
Kind of not really. I guess what I'm saying is,
well, that's exactly what they would be doing. They just wouldn't be calling it that under this new model. They would just say, hey, here's everything that we're throwing in. And then when you get there and go, hey, you know, because we reached this, we're going to give you this.
Sure.
Yeah.
But even if I guess what I'm saying is, as long as they're investing in the R&D to produce these, like the models and the designs, they should at least commit to making the bare minimum, right? Obviously,
Right.
if it exceeds that, if there like ends up being 50,000 orders for Lats, I doubt it, but then they can produce that many, but at least make the bare minimum.
Right.
Yeah.
I will tell you what my biggest complaint is with the early bird concept. There are times when, and even for collectors, even as much as like you want to go on social media and stuff, even for me, like I'm trying to pay attention to what's happening. I might not know about a specific campaign until it's a couple of weeks in, and then it starts like taking off. So by that point, I've missed whatever early bird concept, right? And maybe I wasn't there to like back it. Maybe I was the one to knock it over the top. So you probably have a large group of people who might not even be aware of a campaign.
Are you saying that these campaigns aren't marketed sufficiently?
Yeah, exactly what we were talking about last week. It's 100%
They're not advertised. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
Hasbro only just sent out emails about the day after the
I think that was
Snowcat
out of respect in a
ended.
way. I think it was one of those things where the marketing teams got together and at Comic-Con, G.I. Joe said, hey, we'll hide the snow tank in the back so that we don't detract from what you guys are going to do at Comic-Con, but don't like promote your stuff well in our final days or something. Like that's what I felt like, right? Like because it just seemed like, boy, they are just not pushing this very, very hard.
Yeah.
But after all that talk, didn't really matter because they had 16,000 backers. They hit all the tiers on the Snowcat in the last day and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
Was that wild or what?
What?
It was crazy.
Yeah. Was not expecting that much at the last minute.
I didn't think it would double in a day. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dan's real happy because he's getting everything. Did John jump back in?
No, I didn't get it.
Okay, so
I didn't have the money in my toy fund to grab it, so no.
What? You always have to have a backup for HasLab.
It is pretty good though that they have like the right colors for the lights on these pictures, but somehow on their prototype the colors are not correct.
Was it my imagination? Did they set out an entirely new photo shoot to add on to those?
Yeah, that's what
I swear that last day or two they had twice as many pictures, and they weren't ones that I remembered being there.
All these pictures, like this nighttime picture and stuff like that, they just cranked out like right before the end of the campaign. And and I was like, oh, do we think that these pictures are going to be enough to push it over the top? Well, we can say it was the pictures or whatever, and if they are, then that guy shooting the galaxy should get a bonus.
Whoever's idea it was is probably saying it was. Yeah, it was all those pictures I had you guys post.
Yeah. So what was it? Those Snowcat numbers for the last few days were crazy, but it was still 10,000 less backers from the previous classified HasLab numbers. All right. So saying that, I pulled all these numbers up. So the Snowcat was 16,437. The Dragonfly was 24,700. The His Tank was 26,700. So yeah, I mean, it was 10,000 off.
That's
So now I'm curious to know from a Hasbro perspective, was the Snowcat really a success when you see the numbers for the His Tank and the Dragonfly?
And the Rattler was 20,000, wasn't it?
Yeah, I couldn't. I don't think I was able to find it or something like that. That's why it wasn't on there.
I think
But-
as long as it hits the minimum threshold, it has to be classified as a success. No pun intended, right?
Okay.
Because the
So,
minimum threshold is what makes it worth their while financially.
Okay, it
least.
still did better than the Ghostbusters Ecto one, which didn't have any tiers, right? It was basically just a base and a
deluxe.
Now the Ghost was 21,000, and you got the Lat still struggling there, just at 3,500. So I have a real good feeling for the Lat. I just think that is probably going to back in the last couple of days.
Yeah, it'll fund.
It
I
seems
think
like that.
it's just going to be how far does it go, And I mean, I think it's the same thing. It'll be that last couple days you'll see a huge jump.
Right.
Hope so.
And it could be like, we were talking, I think, just last week about how many people are waiting to see if it gets backed before they jump in to back it, and then the other side was how many people are waiting to see what tiers get up to before they back it.
Yeah.
Because obviously there was a lot of people that were like, oh, now it's fully funded with all the tiers, and they jumped in at that last minute,
Yeah.
The other
Yes.
thing, I think we talked about this before, but I'm questioning how many businesses grabbed up those orders too. That last minute boost.
Well, they said that international numbers were factored in, except for in countries where they don't ship to. And that's when they had they said during their live stream, like, international numbers were factored in, but the numbers they have to enter manually are from retailers in countries that they don't actually ship to.
Gotcha.
Or some wholesalers, right?
It sounded like it was just to countries they don't ship to, where they get some retailer number from somewhere. That's what it sounded like she said. I'd have to go back and listen to it again, but I only listened back to some things that I wanted to hear. But what do you guys think about this interesting thing because I was looking up the different HasLabs on there, and this Marvel Legends Galactus didn't meet its minimum goal.
I don't know. I have no idea how I ended up getting it then.
Yeah, me either. I don't know what I
guess
got.
I got that
in
one
the
for
corner.
free. I didn't buy it. They owe me.
I kind of wish I had a Galactus now.
Well, it didn't back, so
Yeah.
nobody got it. No, it's just interesting, and some HasLabs just aren't on there for you to like look at.
Oh yeah, the Rancor.
Yeah, and
They don't want to see their failures.
yeah, it's just crazy, like the ones you can see and the ones you can't see. But anyways, I thought it was interesting that they're saying that Galactus actually didn't fund.
That's weird.
Yeah, because I wanted to get the backer number for it.
Gotta be.
I know what could give the Lat a good jump in backers.
What is it?
Change the tiers, remove the Jedi completely, forget the blast effects or anything else. Additional panels with the different designs for the various Lats. Change the tiers to Cantina aliens.
Oh, that would be kind of cool, but
Unrelated, but that way you get people who are original trilogy only.
It doesn't matter because the truth of the matter is that none of the tiers in the Rancor HasLab matched.
No,
right?
yeah, they didn't
So,
match.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you're right.
They just arbitrarily threw stuff in.
I mean,
and it was stuff that was released before.
Well, the Gamorrean
Luke
guard
was-
I got eaten.
Yeah, I mean,
The stormtrooper that they put in got eaten by it too.
That was hilarious. Anyways, okay. So I'll just put these up there and we can talk about it if you want. I took some, I listened back to that Instagram stream and they did some Q&A. One of them was, can a locked tier be released in some other ways? Lenny basically said, yeah, he sees it as a total like win, like locked tier, right? So what he was saying was like, the example he used was like the bivouac. And he said, it's a snow bivouac. So obviously, making a jungle one would be in like green or whatever, and wouldn't necessarily be the one that was offered during the HasLab. And then Emily went back and said that they always maintain that the exact version is only available with the HasLab.
Yeah.
Now, I think that's
they're intentionally vague on that.
Yeah, I
Like-
think that's kind of flawed because, I mean, there's so many of this stuff that were offered with HasLabs that have now been released, right? So,
Yeah,
I
but
feel
they've
like,
at least change the packaging, if nothing else.
yeah, I feel like at this point, I guess with that Mandalorian with the soft goods cape, right? It wasn't the exact version because the exact version came in a plastic bag. And then the one they released at retail, they put on a card. So I guess
Yeah.
that's their way of saying it wasn't the exact version. But the way I see it is, if I have the two figures sitting on a table, can I tell them apart?
They're thinking
Okay.
about packaging more than it.
Yeah.
Packaging plus deco, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, and that's my problem, right? Like, with like kind of like that Engine of Vengeance and those figures that they released, it's like if we had gotten that Engine of Vengeance and then they released that Damien Hellfire, whatever, Hellstorm, you would sit those two figures on a shelf and you might not be able to tell them apart, except for maybe some slight paint variations, but you can't tell based on that stuff. And the thing is, they didn't make any molds for any of that stuff, supposedly. So it makes me wonder how far advanced they are in reality, because Lenny said something interesting about the time frame, and he made it sound like it was longer than a year, right? So usually the HasLabs were about a year. So if that second phase is longer than a year, they already got to be ahead of the game at some point. Like by the time they finish the model, they're already starting the production stuff. So they're working on it.
I'm sure it's a bit different. I'm sure it's a bit different for HasLabs that they don't actually start producing anything in a factory until the end of the campaign. But
yeah, well,
all the design goes up front.
I would wonder, but it was pretty clear that Snowcat model was made out of resin and not the PVC plastic because part of it broke, right? So there's no molds or anything. They're just 3D printing stuff or whatever.
Is that how they're doing it? I wouldn't know anything about those processes.
Because they said that when they got their Snowcat back, they were showing one side and they flipped it around so you could see the little kitchenette, but they said, but we just want to warn you, when we flip it around, you're going to see a broken hubcap. And it's because this is made out of resin, because it's the prototype model. We haven't made any molds or whatever, or something like that.
Got it.
But then he said something interesting, because they were talking about HasLabs being dream projects or whatever. And they said they are trying to load the HasLabs with stuff that would not be part of a main line. So, I mean, how true is that if you're seeing figures being released in the main line?
Well, again, could that be accessories, though? Like if we got the bivouac or a snow version of Flint, are we going to get fish and hot dogs and a little fireplace and a
Probably not with
pole?
a bivouac, but I guarantee you're going to see those hot dogs and fish and fishing pole with somebody else.
Yeah, down the road.
Yeah, you're going to see it with some other character or something like that.
I don't know.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Shipwreck will come with a fishing pole now, right?
Accessory packs.
They'll redo Shipwreck, yeah.
And then I won't even go into the part where they basically admitted that they're getting ready to like crank out a bunch of like snow hiss tanks.
Yeah.
Because I think we had talked about that before, right? Like a scaled out version of something that was a HasLab being released at retail.
Yeah, I think they will do that. I think you're going to see an Arctic Hiss before the Snowcat is shipped. And the reason I think they're going to do that is because there were a lot of people who were talking, it's too bad they didn't do like a Tiger Force version of the Snowcat. And I think Hasbro went, oh crap, they're right. We could do a Tiger Force version, but if it's a HasLab, we can't redo the mold. Well, let's set a precedent ahead of time and do like a Snow Hiss. So that way we're saying, well, we can re-release these things. Like,
because
look,
it's not the exact premium version that you got.
No, it won't have the lights or sound. It won't have all the extra stuff. It'll just be one.
Well, there's already the precedent for this with the proton pack.
So what is the difference between the two proton packs?
No rumble mode. I think with the 84 version, you don't have the some of the different like sounds and whatnot. It's exclusively 84 Ghostbusters. Some of the deco and whatnot. Oh, and you don't get the stand to sit the pack
Yeah.
on, and like a bunch of the extra bits and bobs that
All those
came with
extras
the
you wouldn't
packaging.
get.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So
and the hardware for the Alice frame.
okay.
You don't get that.
So I was thinking about it a lot, what they said about like you just wouldn't get the exact version. Then I started thinking about the Snowcat, and I started thinking like, well, okay, so $325 for the Snowcat with all this stuff, right? Makes it a $200 thing. If they come out with one without lights in a few years and stuff like that, it's probably going to be like maybe 150, 125 possibly, right? Like probably 150. And I'm thinking I could save myself like $175 just waiting a few years for the re-release repaint, and it'll just not be a snow vehicle because we don't get any snow here.
Yeah. We did a Tiger Cat version. Tiger.
Oh.
Tiger Force Tiger Cat, right?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
We got rum
And
in
I
the chat.
and I think that's why the Hiss tank will come out as an Arctic Hiss before the Snowcat gets shipped. So that way when they do this, if they just waited and did it with the Snowcat, people would probably be like, what the crap, but
it would be good to get that. I mean, I don't like the GI Joe HasLabs, but if you back the Snowcat, wouldn't some reasonable portion of those backers want the Cobra vehicle to go with that?
Yeah.
yeah.
I almost think that like when I backed the Hiss tank or whatever, I was pretty sure that it was going to get a re-release. I mean, that is too iconic of a vehicle.
Such an iconic vehicle to have locked behind a HasLab. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
re-released. But then when I got it, I was like, oh, this is pretty massive. Maybe it is a little bit too big to get a re-release. And then, of course, the Rattlers seems way bigger. So it's like, I feel like, oh, okay, well, almost nothing's off the table anymore. And then it makes me like think, what is a dream project if something as big as the Hiss tank can just be released? Yeah.
I forgot they actually did an Arctic Hiss.
Yeah, it wasn't until the 2000s though, but I think, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was it
2009.
2009?
I think what you
It had
have
the
to
missile, the red missiles on top, right? Yeah.
I think what you have to accept is that Hasbro will do whatever they want
Yeah.
to make whatever money they want, right? Like
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good
So,
way to look at it.
do you guys worry that like re-releasing a vehicle in a scaled down version or whatever then hurts future HasLabs?
no.
Okay.
At least I would maybe there's some difference, but if you're into collecting these things for like an investment, you're in the wrong hobby.
I think your users are gonna dwindle, like just like you said with the 20,000+ for the first one. I mean,
Right.
We're running out of room. We're running out of money. There's only so much.
That
stuff
that I think is the biggest space and price are probably the two biggest reasons for
Yeah. agree.
future HasLabs being at risk.
But if you're looking at it from a business standpoint, it's a win-win for both of us, because even it sucks. You're not gonna have a unique, exclusive anymore, because they're gonna do repaint, re-release it. But they are doing that so that they can save money. So you're gonna have more options for you, because every time we do this for them, they can turn around and re-release and make things cheaper because we save them money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's a win-win relationship if you look at it that way. But
Yep.
All right. Anyways, okay.
There,
So
Ron, nice to see everybody.
yep. He's checking out your monkey lizard that you're mistreating.
Yeah, he was complaining that they're all falling over or something. Yeah.
All right. This section of the show we call Bragging Camp. This is your opportunity to talk about something that you may have in your collection or may have picked up this week that you want to talk about or show off or brag about a little bit? Does anybody have anything that they want to show off or brag about?
We could talk about this a little bit. So, Fan Home
Sorry,
sent
Dan.
me the
Don't be there.
beginning of Sauron. No, sorry, it's
Dang.
the
Is that
Lich
Sauron?
King, the Lich King from World of Warcraft.
Oh,
This thing's going to end up being over 2 feet tall, and I hope that they send me the rest because it'll be a neat build and fun to do. And
Is it 3D printed?
No, a lot of it's die cast.
Oh, that's nice.
This-
Who
this
sent that to you?
Fan Home. It's the build. They send a piece every month, and you got to build it.
Oh, okay. It's like it starts you out at like $1.25, and then
Yeah, and then
follow-up
everything-
packages are like $75.
$15. Yeah, like $15 each, but they send you 3 a month. So
You
gotta
build
pay
like
them.
the DeLorean, and you're into it for like $17.
Yeah, and you're into it for the rest of your life. Yeah. And then the other thing I got was like here's the normal Wild Weasel for the original guy that drove the Rattler, and then but in India he was.
Did he
colored
fly it or
like
just
this.
drive it?
He flew it. Yeah, he.
Piloted.
So in India they made him like this. He's all more colorful. So, and it comes
interesting.
with a Cobra parachute. So you
That's
can,
because that version of the Rattler is prone to like crashing. It has like a lot of
yeah. So they gave you a
Issues, right?
parachute so that he would
They
live.
always get out.
Yep. Yep.
are you referring to the plane crash recently?
I don't know
On the
anything.
bottom?
No.
Oh,
But
I do
I,
want to take
I
my Rattler on
enjoy
the roof and see if it will glide.
I enjoy finding these like versions from other countries that are different colors and interesting things. You know what I mean? They're just fun to collect. That's why GI Joe, vintage
I'm
GI Joe.
surprised that you haven't like contacted PBS, said, "Hey, I would like to do a show about action figures from around the world. I would like you to fund me a camera crew to travel around the world, and
Yeah, I gotta
will just
travel.
go shopping at these like little secondhand stores, picking up like vintage off stuff."
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
that'd be fun.
I'm gonna write that
We'll
up
do
now
it.
that
I would do it. Yeah, yeah.
wouldn't that be kind of a cool show though to watch? It's too bad
Yeah.
PBS isn't funded anymore.
Nobody funds anything anymore.
All right, Dan had something he wanted to show off.
I did. I got the Fresh Monkey Fiction Naughty or Nice Peter and Patch.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, look at that.
Naughty or nice.
Yeah.
The bizarre
Oh.
world of naughty or nice.
nice.
Is that guy not wearing a shirt?
Nope, he's not. He's
Wow.
buff too. That's a serious dad bod there.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if you saw it or not. They had a little storyline behind it. Not much, but a little.
I have that same stomach. If you noticed in my last video, is that it? Eric, you have anything?
Yeah, I got a couple things.
Okay.
This guy came in the mail.
Ooh, nice.
Co-pilot
Okay.
in the galaxy.
So let me ask you a question about the paint. Just looking at it in the package, are you a little bit happier with it than you were in the promo pics?
Yes, a little bit. I'm not sure what was going on. The promo pics, the lighter fur was just like almost orange.
Okay.
This looks better in person. It's still maybe a little too drastic. I would have blended it a little bit better, but I mean, there is the different gradients for when you look at them. It's just not. I don't think it's as pronounced, but maybe that's just my opinion. So that guy just came in the mail, and then earlier in the week,
Oh, nice.
I got my Ecto Glows.
Yeah.
So
Does the box glow in the dark?
no, but
Yeah.
the packaging's pretty cool on it. It's got the
That is cool.
the Ghostbusters, and then the ghost that it comes with. And on the backside, I don't think I'm gonna do this, but it's like a cutout for like a
Oh,
yeah,
there
door
you go. Cut
hanger.
it out.
Yeah.
Hanging on your door.
So that's cool.
Now, you haven't cracked that box open. They're not carded.
Correct.
Are they,
I no, they're all carded. I
they're all
haven't
individually carded. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't opened it up. I can if you want, if you
No,
really
no,
want.
no.
But
It just seems pretty thin to have four carded figures
Well,
in
they're
there.
probably
yeah, I think they're
facing each other. Two facing,
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
facing, two facing, and then whoosh.
the bubbles are probably on the top and bottom.
Yeah, opposite. Yeah,
So
That's cool.
I like it. It's good packaging.
All right. I'll go. So yesterday I was able to find the Spin Master Superman,
Nice.
all right.
Nice.
Spin Master Lois Lane,
Oh, I need Lois. Yeah,
Spin Master Zod with the record,
nice.
the vinyl record,
Yep.
and Spin Master Lex. And these were actually the only 4 I was planning to buy from that wave. I was going to skip both the Jarrell, so I was just super happy that they had them both. And the cool thing is I was able to keep that one unpunched. And well, they're punched, but the thing was there, so I was able to stick it again. Yeah.
Pushed it back in.
Yeah.
They had 2 Supermans. I was going to get 2 Supermans just so I could open one, but I was super curious about the articulation. But after looking at them, I'm pretty sure that they have 180-degree swivel on the arm and maybe about a 90-degree swivel on the leg.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then about 180-degree swivel on the head, except for Lois probably can't turn her head all the way around.
Yeah.
So I think I'm pretty good about like not having to open those to check the articulation. And
I still got to track down a Lois. That's the last one I need. Yeah.
And then I found the G.I. Joe Backdraft figure in store,
yeah.
so that was kind of cool.
Nice.
And
That
then
is quite the mustache.
you do. This is actually a custom head sculpt that I got and painted. I don't know why I got it with this version. I think I was going to do a tombstone or something like that. And then I used to have the Marvel Legends Kurt Russell head. That's the one I wanted to put on this body, but for some reason I had it on it's up here on Recondo, but for some reason when I went to go look for it, the Recondo did not have the head on it anymore, and I cannot find it anywhere.
So is it a headless Wakando up there?
Yeah, I got a headless Recondo somewhere, but anyway.
That head wasn't the one that came with that figure, though, right? Is what you're saying?
No. It has 2, like kind of with the little scarf thing pulled over the head that comes around the chin. There's the 2 versions, the white and the black version. And at the end of the video, I was like, oh, you know what would be hilarious if I just threw on Kurt Russell's head. And then I searched and I could not find the MCU Guardians of the Galaxy Kurt Russell.
I was going to say that looked like Kurt Russell with the Lemmy mustache from Motorhead.
Yeah, it's actually supposed to be from Tombstone, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have your glasses.
So it is. So that is Kurt Russell.
It's supposed to be a Kurt Russell custom head sculpt.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I think I'm going to go get another fireman just so I can leave that one like that. All right.
I like it.
All right. The TV and movie news you didn't know you needed is another section we like to do on the show. Some people don't like it, but I do like to talk about what's streaming. Yeah. I'm not recording now. These are not my Ray-Ban Metas. These are regular my computer glasses. All right.
Yeah,
anyways,
he's recording you right now.
Yeah, I'm recording me looking at a computer. I would never do that. Okay, so Superman is available to buy on digital. Does that seem like too soon?
That seems really early, but yeah, it's cool. But yeah,
who bought it?
Not yet. It's $30.
No, it's $25. Oh no, it is $29.
When I looked, it was $29.99. So no. I'll wait till it gets down to like at least 15, but I will get it eventually.
I'll get a physical release.
So you know how do you guys know about the Movies Anywhere or whatever, where all your movies would be in one place? You can link your other account. So I have my iTunes linked, and then I have my son's Amazon linked. So if he buys a movie, I can watch it on iTunes. If I buy a movie, he can watch it on Amazon. So he bought this one. And last week I bought the Jurassic Rebirth,
Okay.
and I trying to figure out how to get my money back for that thing. It was awful.
I haven't seen it yet. Wonder
I
when that
thought it
one's
was okay.
hitting.
It was
that
fun.
went to streaming so quick.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, once you guys watch it, we can have a conversation about it if you want.
I thought it was fun. It's fine.
It was
I'll
a
wait
fun movie,
until
but there
it's-
was one half of the movie that I really liked, and one half of the movie that I thought, oh, these guys didn't even show up to do any acting.
Oh,
All right. Anyways, on Amazon Prime, you got this show called Butterfly. It's kind of like a spy thing. It's starts out. It's in Korea. I've watched part of the first episode.
The second episode is way better. The first episode is like, what the crap is going on? This thing sucks. And
it was really confusing till he got to the train
and you
station,
almost can't make
all
it
of a
through
sudden,
it.
okay,
you almost
now I
want to
get
shut
it.
it off. Yeah.
So I will tell you what I thought was interesting about this Butterfly, and I'm not sure. So you know the girl that's in charge of the bad guys or whatever, right? She was in a show called Covert Affairs.
That's right. Yeah.
And it would have been hilarious if she was playing the same character.
Yeah, that was a fun show. I liked that show.
That would have been like a really good twist to say, hey, this character started out as this good guy and ends up doing this like later on in life or whatever. That would have been good. And then also streaming is this movie called Eddington. If you haven't got your Pedro Pascal fix, that's another movie he's in that's in streaming now. It's about how a town goes on lockdown for COVID or something like that.
Sure.
So everybody's going to rush out to go see that.
Watch that one.
Has everybody seen Superman?
Yeah,
I did.
Wait, who didn't?
Me.
Dan.
You haven't seen it?
I have not.
Are you going to?
I will.
Not for $29?
Nope.
Okay. All right, we'll talk about it later.
It'll probably just be like another month or two before it's on.
Before it hits
HBO.
that streaming, it'll be on Max, right?
Yeah, it'll end up being on Max. Yeah.
It'll be on Max pretty soon. All right.
I'll watch it.
I keep waiting for Thunderbolts to hit Disney Plus. I figure it should be any day now, right?
I think it's next week.
Yeah, I was going
It's
to say.
on
I thought they
digital
released
like
it.
buy, but I'm like it seems like it's been a while that you've been able to get it, so it's like, shouldn't it be free by now?
You would think so. And has anybody watched all the episodes of the Wednesday yet?
Yeah,
No.
well, the first 4, yeah, I have.
I waited to watch the first 4 because they're releasing the last half in September.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So they're not releasing another. They didn't release 8 episodes now and then 8 episodes in September.
No, it was 4 now and then 4 later. Yeah.
I was going to start watching it, and I'm like, I'm just going to wait until all of
It's
it's
been
out.
3 years that they could only make 8 episodes.
Apparently.
What's everybody been doing over there?
Well, now she's like super famous and in all kinds of other movies, like Things About Killing Unicorns. So
Well, they quadrupled her salary for the show.
Well,
All right. Or the Nomad, did he call him suckas? Yes, he did.
there also
Okay.
was this
Profit.
weird show with aliens in it that was out, which is kind of
Oh,
cool.
the Alien Earth.
Alien Earth.
Is that it? Yeah, yeah.
They only dropped. 2
So
episodes.
somebody told me that was like way back at the beginning, but in the timeline is actually set after Prometheus.
Yeah.
So
But
like
it's
there's
before-
2 movies.
It's
And
before
then-
Ripley, before Alien, the
Yeah.
first Alien movie.
All right.
But it's good. The eyeball alien's really cool.
These are Hypto glasses, so you guys should not be able to recognize me.
He's in disguise.
I actually wore these glasses just so I could see the chat. Now I'm wishing that I hadn't because of earlier.
Yeah.
I missed whatever happened.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything. All right, here is the Hot or Not section. Here are the toys revealed this week that you actually didn't know you needed. Most of them probably you don't need, but I did start off with this. Do you guys ever go to the like drink section of a grocery store and just look at the way that they decorate the cans? Do you
Wow.
guys have these like independent drink companies just making
Yeah.
cans up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Lagoon
guess so,
Needs
but I haven't
has
really-
a brewery in Chicago. I don't
Okay,
think
so-
they're
I
on
haven't
there.
really looked in a while. Oh, look at the GI Joe one. That's cool.
Yeah, so that's a Sumagorath in
There's
the
a
middle, right?
Magneto one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's
the
a
Magneto right next to GI Joe, and then there's like a Padres one, but you got like the Black Cat and stuff like that.
Fistful of gummies.
What? Oh, yeah. Who knows what that
What
is?
kind of beverages are these?
Are those
Yeah, are some of
THC
them-
drinks?
Yeah.
So
some
the GI Joe one's an IPA, so it's like a pale ale or some sort of an ale, right? Like
I
a
see it.
microbrew beer or
GIPA.
something.
Yeah.
I think the Magneto is most of those. These ones up at the top, these Chelada ones, those are like I think beer and tomato juice or something like that in there. Then this one that's like a punch, it's kind of like a flavored. I mean, this to me, this looking at this is just the new wine cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been thinking of trying the cycling frog,
Okay.
because that's a THC drink that it's a fizzy drink. It's like a soda with THC in it. And
Oh, you don't need that. I'm 100% against it.
I've been curious about how it works, what it's like.
I'm 100% against that, John. I think you should definitely stay as far away from those as possible.
Yeah, you think so?
All right, this is the nacelle line. This is wave 2. So you got Savick.
Yeah, right.
I called that Star Trek in the City when I posted it on Twitter, but I don't remember the Next Generation guys going out to sea.
Was her name Valeris? Really?
Looks like it.
Yeah. I thought her name started with an S also, but maybe I'm
It
wrong.
was Savick. No, not Savick, right? Valeris. Yeah. Why I got it confused. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Next Generation guys pretending to be seagoing?
It was in one of the movies when yeah.
Was it a holodeck thing?
Yeah, it was a holodeck thing. Yep.
Okay. All right. Since we're talking about Star Trek, I know John says that Strange New Worlds is awesome.
Well, the last 2 episodes.
But that holodeck,
The first
episode-
4 episodes were a little weak.
the holodeck episode bugged the crap out of me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I felt like that. I get that it was, it's a prototype or whatever. But, I mean, Kirk never had a holodeck that we knew about. And they're in space. And then they are going to, I get the time, like, okay, it's relaxation or whatever. But I hated every holodeck episode.
In Next Generation.
Yeah, in Star Trek in general, I just thought
Yeah.
they were like, why? You're in space, land on a planet. Like when Kirk met that guy who had that he had to
Land
sword
on a
fight.
planet and do something there.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Wait, some made up holodeck thing. I mean, I don't need to see your made up holodeck story, but it was their way of like doing 20th century stuff, right?
Yeah, or like I think that what they were trying to say is in the future they no longer have movies like that you go to the cinema and watch. You instead would play out a character, like
Yeah.
role play a character in the movie.
I just thought in the Strange New Worlds it was completely out of place.
Well, I think it would like because they named it a prototype. I think they kind of can get away with it because in the animated series, which was technically the 4th year of Kirk's 5-year mission, they did install the holodeck on the Enterprise.
What I would have liked to see for a prototype is maybe a clunkier version of what you ended up with in the Next Generation, because it seemed like it was
It shouldn't have been the black and yellow squares. No. Yeah.
Or visors, like the you're wearing.
Yeah. Or what if they had to wear a thing? Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Or even something attached to your optic nerve or something like something, a wearable. Anyways, here is Worf and the Romulan commander.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
I'm just not. I'm not. I get the nacelle line. They looked good. I mean, like I saw them on display, and they did look good.
These are renders, right? These aren't.
Yeah, these look like renders. So here is like the full render of that Worf. So it looks pretty good. That basically the jacket and stuff is a separate part. It looks like it's a separate upper body.
Huh, that's interesting.
So who knows how much that thing's going to cost?
I think they promoted Worf during the scene, if I remember right.
Okay.
They promoted somebody during this.
Oh,
scene.
you're right. It was one scene in the movie, right?
Yeah,
there was
in
like
the movie. Yeah.
and they're making action figures. Okay. All right, I get it.
Yep. It was one scene.
Here's the Romulan commander. Now, the coolest part about this is
He
the
gets a little
control
console
center.
thing.
That is actually pretty cool.
There's a lot of like accessory parts that come with these guys.
Right. But how much will they be? That's the problem.
I don't know. And are these 6-inch?
These are 6-inch figures, yeah.
Yeah.
And Dan's like, what am I doing here?
I'm not gonna.
I've
buy
checked
them.
out. It's Star Trek.
God. No, dude, I'm Dean rocked my world here. He said something about Alien not being canon after we were talking about the show. I'm like,
What? No, it's in the timeline.
I know that's what I'm saying. He's like, no, wait, no, it's not. And then he said something about Prometheus and Covenant not being. I'm like, yeah, they're trying to keep it all consistent.
Yeah.
Anyway, those pictures look like AI generated figures, like the ones that people were doing action figures of themselves.
Yeah.
That's all I could think of when you were showing those.
Like these?
Oh, dude, they look just like it, don't they?
Yeah.
Make me a Worf action figure as a 1500 seagoing captain.
I mean, that's exactly what it looks like.
All right. And then this guy over on Instagram has 3D printed his own bus. Unfortunately, he is not including the Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock head sculpts, so you'll have to obtain those completely on your own. And he is selling these.
Is this Speed?
Yeah, he is selling this bus. I don't know how much, and orders aren't open, but he's going to reopen it for more commissions in the future. But he wouldn't tell me how much.
Does it have lights? Is that lit up?
Yeah, he's got lights in there.
Wow.
What scale is it?
It's 1/12, supposedly 1/12 scale, because that's the Spider-Man figure over there, and he can basically sit behind the wheel and stuff like that. It's just a little bit shorter than an actual full scale, right 1/12 scale bus.
You could use it for like Shang-Chi figures.
Yeah.
Having that scene. No, it'd be cool as if like you could have like the roof off, which I'm sure you could, and then just have like the insides. You could do some video, but that front windshield comes off and everything. He has a full video on it. It looked pretty neat. So that's why I'm showing it off.
That's pretty cool. It's nice.
Yeah. Then I saw that Metal Gear Solid. This is going to get the full reveal coming up at the end of the month.
Wow.
And it's interesting to me that this came out because the Valaverse guy said that during his last thing that he has a license for Metal Gear Solid. And I wonder how many different companies then have the license for Metal Gear Solid and to make what and where. I mean, and are they like limited to where they could sell to? So this is going to be like some sort of an import buy if you have to buy it. How does that actually work? Can the company say, well, we're going to sell our license for 6-inch figures to like multiple 6-inch figure companies?
But if one is like, is this a Chinese company, Chogo King?
I think so.
Yeah, then it doesn't. And one is a United States company, they can have that.
Okay.
I think.
Dino, you have a link for that? I would want to look that up.
Which one? This one?
Spaceballs Winnebago.
Of course, this Metal Gear Solid thing isn't actually a figure. This looks like it's going to be one of the mechs, right?
Yeah, but we saw prototypes of from Evolution Toys of the Metal Gear Solid figures, and we saw those like a week after the Valaverse guy announced that he had a Metal Gear Solid license at the convention in Texas. So it's just gonna throw some confusing builds in there, anyways.
Yeah.
This is Wandering Planet Toys. So I know that Dan and Eric may not even know what the prisoner is.
I don't, but I was intrigued by that figure when I saw it.
I have no clue.
All right, John, do you know what the prisoner is?
Yeah, it was from a TV show.
Do you know what the TV show was about?
Wasn't he wrongfully imprisoned or accused, and then they had the police chase after him, and he jumps off the one thing down a waterfall or something.
Okay, yeah, something like that. So
The
from what I
famous scene, I
remember,
think,
he's
him
like
jumping.
a spy, and he wanted to retire, and they snatch him up and throw him into this like place.
Is
where
that
they,
what it
like-
was?
Yeah, where they're just holding him or whatever.
Oh
and
no, I
everybody-
was thinking of The Fugitive. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I was thinking of
it's-
The Fugitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right. I think The Prisoner is the one where, yeah, I think you're right. He wants to retire, but they snatch him up and they put him in there to do because
I think just to keep him from like letting any secrets out or something like
Yeah.
that. I think is kind of like the idea. But it is a British show.
But he ends up still working for them to stop like bad guys once in a while, right, or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, what I find interesting about this is this 1/12 scale. They've already made a 3 3/4 inch line. This 6-inch figure is $65.
Yeah.
And then I thought, okay, well, it's the main character. It comes in this like fancy packaging. That's kind of cool. And then they also have this one up for pre-order, which is the main character or whatever, but it's not the fancy packaging. Same amount of like stuff, right? 2 different heads, extra sets of hands. But he doesn't even have, this guy doesn't even have the little can of food, right? It's still $65. And then they have this double pack of these 2 guys, and it's $65.
At least they're consistent.
Right? It's just like bizarre to me that these 2 figures are the same price as this one figure, as the same price as this one figure.
Well,
And then this guy who's got a whole bunch of hands and a couple of different sets and 3 heads is $65.
because neither of the doubles figure the twins.
Yeah, it's just
have
crazy.
That sharp.
And then I
looking
started.
jacket.
I'm sorry.
It's that sharp looking jacket that he's wearing.
It could be. It could
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
Looks
So
like
then
it's a little tight.
So then I started like looking back at like their 3 3/4 inch figures, and this double pack was $65. And these are the 3-inch figures. 3 3/4 inch figures, and it's sold out. So I think their production runs are probably super small.
Wow.
That's why the prices are like higher. And they really probably understood that they have a market for these figures at a certain point, right? Like I don't know what the you know what I mean? I remember The Prisoner. I think it would be cool to pick something like that up or whatever, but I'm not going to pay $65.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just thought that was interesting. It's like one of these smaller things. We were talking about those Battlestar Galacticas and Factory Entertainment and the price point on that Viper. And we were saying like, well, that could be kind of expensive and stuff. And I'm thinking like comparably, this company right here is probably doing that same small production run. So, you know, we got to figure out why this price point is their big price point on it. And then see like, you know, is that because of the production run numbers? So maybe I can figure out who these guys are.
Gotta be, right?
Yeah. Here's a couple of Mcfarlane. 1 statue, 1 figure.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
John picked both of those. Oh, Dan, you got them.
is that Blue Beetle?
No, it's
Nice.
Obsidian.
Obsidian, yeah.
Did you order it?
No.
Oh,
That's Colossus. Colossus is cool. No, I
Colossus
bet you know
looks
what? Big Bad Toy Store had the Daredevil one. I think it's the 1/10 scale.
Colossus looks good, but I mean, it's not an action figure, right?
No.
So this is the action figure.
I think he's only allowed to do statues, I think, because
of the Marvel, right?
yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. I mean, like if you're going to get the statues and stuff like that, hopefully he can finish a set before he doesn't have it. Oh, it's not the Marvel license he lost, right? It's
It's
the
DC, yeah.
DC.
The Obsidian guy is, part of the DC stuff.
All right. And then if you're a Hot Toys collector, is anybody picking up Nightwing?
It looks cool, but no.
No? Gary's not here.
Yeah, Gary might get him. I don't know.
I don't know. He picked up the Iron Man. That looked pretty
Yeah, he
good.
got the Hano Toys Iron Man and did a video on it. It was really good.
That was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm curious about that silicone though.
Yeah.
Like the body part.
I wonder about it with all the stuff like Hot Toys and other things that do the silicone over this metal skeleton.
Yeah. But this looks pretty good. I'm just not a big Nightwinger. And then Dan, do you get Mezco at all?
Nope. Too pricey.
And Eric, you're not a Mezco.
No, I don't have any.
John?
No.
I'm curious to know about the shipping from Mezco because apparently it varies depending on who's ordering.
Nice.
These are two people that like just posted their little things on X like the day of ordering, and one guy's paying 30 and one guy's paying 26, and it's still like a 3-week shipping process. So it's not expedited or anything.
Yeah.
I get the distance, like if it's calculated by weight and distance, right? But I mean, let me see. I have one Mezco here somewhere. I put it down somewhere. But anyways, let's just imagine this is the Mezco, whatever, with the accessories. This is going to go in. You'd think a flat rate would apply because it's not going to weigh very much.
Yeah.
Right. It's not like you're sending like a pallet of something.
Right. It's not like you ordered the Rumbler and they got to charge a little bit more for the shipping. It's
The
just
Regal Robot Salacious Crumb.
right. That was that thing was Regal Robot. You said it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And then I guess this is another Mcfarlane. Now, here's the reason why I put this up. I do feel like wanting to get this. And man, I should have got these things out earlier. I used to draw comics when I was like a kid.
Who
My
is
main
this?
villain
Is this?
is a character called Dr. Skull. And he kind of had this look, right? With the cape, skeleton.
Was this a
head.
DC guy? I don't know this guy. What is this one?
Yeah, it's a Dr. Skull. It says DC on the picture.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know this guy.
This
If
is
it
not
didn't say
Dr. Skull.
DC,
This
I
is,
would've-
Crossbones or whatever his name
Oh,
is.
Crossbones is Marvel. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
whatever his name, I can't remember. Skullhead. But anyways, that's why I would get him, is because he kind of reminds me of the character I used to draw in my comics. Now I'm wondering if I've seen this guy in the comics and that's how I came up with my character, or if I did mine first.
Was Skeletor first? Was this done in 1984?
I don't know, but it definitely wasn't Skeletor because I was not a big Masters of the Universe watcher or collector.
Well, did you draw your guy before 1984? So
I probably
did. Yeah.
Probably.
I was just wondering if this guy came out in 84 because they were like, oh my gosh, that He-Man show is great with that Skeletor guy. Let's make a comic character of him.
My comic book superhero team was called the Supersonics.
Wow.
Yeah. It had two
You should have
guys from
patented that
another
name.
planet that controlled different parts of the weather.
Trademarked. You could have trademarked that name, and then when the
should have
basketball team came out, it's basketball, right? They could have
basketball. Yeah.
Yeah, you could have been like, oh no, I own that name.
All right, then Super 7, the Python Patrol, O-Ring, Cobra Commander.
I've never been a fan of the Python Patrol stuff, so nope.
But look at those stripes on that thing.
Oh yeah, that's
Looks like
nice.
fishnets.
Nope.
Looks good, man.
He stole Baroness's stuff.
He looks like he's wearing like rain galoshes.
Yeah,
He
yeah, he
Dean
does.
said
That's right.
Version
That's
of
funny.
Dr. Skull.
What was that, Dan?
Dean says they made a 66 version of the Skull guy.
A 66 version?
Yeah, he said it was a Batman villain. Is that right?
Oh yeah, of the guy with the skull. Yes, I think I even mentioned my comic book when that came out too.
Kind of reminded me a little bit. I mean, it wasn't black, but it kind of reminded me of Black Mask, like
Okay.
Ewan
Yeah.
McGregor played in the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey.
Oh yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
I didn't even know he was in that.
But I don't think that Black Mask guy has like crossbones on his chest. I don't know.
No.
I'm the wrong person to speak to DC.
I mean, I get why they would do this Cobra Commander because it's an easy repaint to use a mold that they already used. But at the same time, I would think that fans of the show, like people like me, want characters we never got when we were younger. We prefer to get, like they did with CoverGirl, or they did with, that lizard
Captain
Cobra
Death.
Commander, the snake version of Cobra Commander and stuff. But
Yeah.
having like two different versions of Serpentor and two different versions of Cobra Commander and two different versions of the Cobra Bat, you're like, really? Come on, guys. Like, stop reusing molds and get back to making figures we never got,
It's not the cheap way.
The line's brand new and they've already duplicated characters like 3 or 4 times,
That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Now he says he has no idea. Prophet says, was he called Captain Deathman?
Captain Deathman, really?
Captain Deathman? I don't know.
That sounds made up.
Anyways,
Lord Death.
this is my crappy drawing.
Oh, you have it. You found it.
For your guy?
Wow, look at
Yeah,
that.
kind of similar.
Pretty cool.
Wait, what is he saying? Wait,
Bandit Cyborg.
Bandit Cyborg. That could be his new voice.
I have some comics.
Kind of reminded me of like the old time like gangster like see here like you just needed like a big cigar.
This is why I'm not like a professional artist, though.
Lord Deathman.
That was better than
I had this
could draw
comic
as a
book
kid.
series that I did called Survivor.
Survivor the Revenge. Is that what it says?
Yeah. I did this one about a vampire called Legends.
See, you were way ahead of your time.
Look at
See
that.
what I mean? You
Next
should've- you
episode,
should've-
Dr. Skull.
if you had trademarked Survivor, then when the TV show came out, you would have been like, wait a minute. If you had trademarked, what was the last one you just put up? You just put up Legend. Then you could have been like, wait a minute.
You can't
Will
like,
Smith.
trademark
Will Smith.
the name Legend.
Will Smith did that Legend movie. You're like, wait a minute.
I had a bunch of things. Look, Motorcycle Jack.
Oh,
Had
yeah.
a fancy motorcycle with all kinds of electronics on it.
That's cool.
Look at those little wings on the back of that motorcycle.
I think
Yeah.
you should copyright some of this stuff, Vern.
Yeah, when they came out with Batgirl's thing with wings on the back, you could have went, wait a
Skull.
minute. There he is, Dr. Skull. Yeah.
See my
I
character,
am
but-
Dr. Skull.
I want to show you some of these blatant ripoffs from the Marvel comics. Oh man. All right.
They're asking you to go on the big screen because they want to see your pics better, Vern.
I won't do a big screen either because then you really see the crap. So you'll never guess, but like in my superhero team, the Supersonics, Mr. Supersonic actually was confined to a wheelchair.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Anyways. What else is
There were-
going on? What?
A couple quick things before I forget. Did everyone see the leaked set pictures of the Punisher van?
Yeah.
That
No.
looks cool.
So there was some conversation because I did that video a couple of days ago about the things that they said during the HasLab live stream on Instagram that I felt were very interesting because they kept saying, we wouldn't do this, we wouldn't do that. This is a dream project, whatever. There were a lot of comments, some negative, some positive, whatever. But I think my basic question was, are you okay with them taking your HasLab mold and making like a cheaper, dumbed down version of the thing? And then, like basically the question is like, would you then back a HasLab in the future, or just roll the dice and say, I'll just wait a few years and get the cheaper one? Somebody said they didn't think the Marvel Legends team would try another vehicle after the Engine of Vengeance. And I almost think that like with the success of like Ramen Toys' van and this Punisher van being in this upcoming Spidey movie, I can totally see a Marvel Legends Punisher van in a way.
I think part of the unfortunate thing is, while the Punisher van looks cool it from the set pictures, I'm sure a comic version would look cooler because they could use more creative freedom to add on a bunch of crap to it, right?
I think if they made like a van and then it had like attachable accessories, so you could have either version, right? Like you just say, hey, we're going to make this comic book Punisher van, these are the comic book characters that are going to go with it, and maybe don't do tiers or something like that. And then you just say, here's the base offering and here's the add-on offering for another like $100 or whatever. You'll get all the stuff to make it look like the one from the movie.
Yeah.
And then throw in a movie version of the Punisher.
Yeah.
It would be like the Acto 1 HasLab.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that would be kind of cool.
I think it would probably sell. I don't know. There was that, and then the only other thing I wanted to bring up was, unfortunately, I would have sent it sooner had it happened sooner. But did anyone see what Yakface posted on social media right before the stream?
No.
I saw it because of your link, but that was
I completely avoid any social media right before doing the slime stream because I don't want any spoilers. I'm just kidding. But
click the link in the private chat.
Okay, hold on. Is this we're sorry thing?
Yes.
Okay, so
it's the t-shirt.
They said they were sorry.
Okay.
Basically, yeah. Go ahead.
Well, no, I'll just share it. Go ahead.
Oh, hold on.
Describe it.
Hold on. Come on.
Right. The van would be great, but it would be way too expensive.
Oh, you got it. Okay. Yeah. So this is insane that like I ran into this problem earlier in the year around April, and now it seems to be a much more pervasive issue. I know I brought it up before, but it is kind of nuts that it's taking like Yakface to post something like this saying, oh, Hasbro should make shirts for this. Oh, but wait, you wouldn't be able to order them anyway.
yeah.
It's an interesting kind of thing because to me, to see something like that, because you get the impression that there are like certain people out there who, they get their glory box from Hasbro or whatever. They've been big Hasbro supporters. It seems like almost everything they said has been positive in a way. And we're getting to a point now where even those folks are not happy.
Yeah. I honestly, like, working in tech myself, if an issue like this happened, which prevented revenue from coming in, the whole company, like everything would be a massive dumpster fire, all hands on deck to get this issue fixed.
They were on vacation for a week.
But the fact that this issue persists is just insane, that this is still a problem.
Yeah, and it's not fixed. It's not fixed.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can go on their website when they're getting ready to release an item and you can't find it unless you do some weird search thing.
Oh yeah.
Because with that Ghostbusters Ecto thing, right? It didn't show up on the Comic-Con page first. It showed up on the new page first.
And sometimes it's not on new, like
Right.
Black Series item might be on the Black Series list, but not on the new list. You have to play games sometimes.
Yeah, they were sitting around going, "Hey, did you hit the publish button?"
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
it's checked out to you. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Did you?
It's just insane that this is still a problem.
but anyways, it is funny. I think all the stuff is kind of humorous to like think about. I mean, like, I think I live in my head in a little bit of like absolute in language, right? I wish that like I understand the marketing behind saying, this is the only time, this is your chance, this is your big chance to get it. But like when you say this is your only chance, and then like if it doesn't do it, then you're cranking it out like a year later, I think you got a problem, right? That you start losing your credibility in that respect. So I wish that they might change their language. I notice like Apple does this all the time. When they release a new iPhone, they say stuff like, this is the best camera to date, or this is the highest resolution so far. You know what I mean? And at the time they're saying it, it's 100% true. They just know in 3 weeks there's going to be a better one.
Yeah.
This is unrelated to toys, but it's the weirdest marketing gimmick I've seen in the past few years. So as many of you know, I have a toddler and now a newborn. I can't remember if it was Pampers or Huggies. I have to look it up, but one of them has advertisements saying these diapers are up to 100% leak proof. Think about that statement.
Yeah.
Like up to 100% leak proof, and that's something that they're like rallying around. I'm like, shouldn't they all be
I'll
up
do
to
100?
100%
Yeah.
leak proof?
Yeah.
No, they should be. They should be.
More
That's like saying it could be 100% leak proof, but probably isn't.
Yeah.
I just thought that was the strangest thing. Sorry.
No, I think it's hilarious. It's all marketing language, like I get it. I understand. I just wish they wouldn't use the language. You know what I mean? We'll argue till the end of the earth, but I want to see the word exclusive go away. I just don't want them to use it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unless
they could call it the San Diego Comic-Con edition or something like that, and that's fine, but just stop saying exclusive, because the definition of exclusive is it's got some exclusivity to it, and no matter what anybody says, it means it's for a certain group of people. And you can say that's not fair or whatever, but you're the one putting the label on it, not me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And honestly, if they just continue doing like what they're doing distribution wise, if they remove the term exclusive on it, it would probably be better for the collecting community as a whole, right?
My biggest thing is I don't understand how Hasbro can't go to Walmart and say, listen, we know that these exclusive, they said before, right? Like, exclusives to a store are a way for us to get something that they might not be able to produce because the retailer kind of contributes a little bit to being able to get that, right? They promise they're going to buy X numbers. But for them to be able to like pre-sell them and then just cancel those sold items, and then the next thing you know, they're just available in store, right? Like you get a message saying your orders are canceled because there wasn't enough stock. And then the next thing you know, you walk into the store and there's 10 of them on the shelf. Like
people are running into that now with the people in the UK are having the Star Speeder orders from May 4th get canceled.
Yeah.
And they're all over like the parks, like at least Disneyland.
Yeah, it's just a weird concept to me that like retailers allow that to happen, because I barely pre-order anything anymore just because of that, right? They just canceled my, who's that dude, the G.I. Joe guy with the glowing head or whatever? John? Dan?
With the glowing head?
I
The
know what you're
green-
talking about. I'm waiting on that.
head.
Is it the brain guy?
No,
No,
he
it's
looks,
the Walmart.
he looks like
Hold
Don
on.
Johnson with his regular head, but he's got that like mask thing that's like green.
Is it
I'll tell you in a
sci-fi?
second.
It was a Walmart exclusive.
Crystal ball.
Crystal Ball.
Crystal Ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
Crystal
bro.
Ball, that guy. Yeah.
They canceled me.
Wow.
Mine hasn't shipped out yet. I'm actually
And then
checking
he's
on
in
my
stores.
order
Everybody's buying them. Yes, Trail. Crystal
Drives
Ball.
you nuts, don't it? I stopped with them, man. I've stopped with them a long time ago. They're consistently horrible.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like just nuts. Like the firefighter, I wanted him, but I wasn't going to pre-order him because I just was like not going to deal with it. And then I'm just happy that there's like 8 of them in the store, right? Like, or a full rack of them. So he's not going anywhere. And the only reason I got him is because I knew I was getting these Superman figures. And I was like, oh, if I get this firefighter, I'm getting $10 off my total.
Gotcha.
So the way I see it is I got one of these Superman figures for free. 1.5 of them, you know. So
Yeah. My Crystal Ball was it said it's supposed to be available 2 days ago, but it hasn't moved.
So I will tell you, I did find this guy in Ross. I don't care about the figure at all, Icarus, but I got one piece of that Build-A-Figure now. So if only I can find the rest of this wave.
The cat.
Yeah. So the only figures that we're actually interested in is Kazar, Wolfsbane. That's it. Those are the only figures that I actually want. You know what?
I think that's what I kept too. I sold the figures but kept the stuff.
So I think what I'm gonna do though with this head is maybe at the end of videos I'm gonna throw that head on like big boa, take all his stuff off and just throw him in there, and then at the end of some of my videos I might just go, I can't believe it's not butter. I'm just being silly now.
Yeah.
All right. Did I miss anything? Did you guys see anything that came out this week that you were like, why are we not talking about this super awesome action figure that was revealed?
No.
It's re-release or not, but did you see the Garfield from Boss Fight?
Yeah. Did we talk about those before? Because I was going to grab those pictures and I ended
that's right. The Garfield stuff. Yeah.
Was that all new?
I didn't send it because I couldn't remember either if we talked about it, but yeah, it's up for pre-order. Supposed to be out October. But they look good. I mean, there's like
They do. Let's see.
Isn't there one with a turtle head or something?
Yeah, it's like a crossover. There was the Odie has the shell, and Garfield has like the one of the turtles' shells and the belt, you know, with the letter on the front.
Yeah, like he's in a costume or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if we had talked about those before, but I just need a Garfield to take a nap under the sunlight.
Lasagna.
Well, there's pizza there.
Lasagna pizza. Yeah.
That's cool. That's classic.
Look at that. There's a lot of accessories there.
When he puts his leg in the peg leg, what does he do with his foot?
Clearly,
Takes
he
it
just
off.
detaches it.
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, come on. It's right there in the picture. Gee whiz.
You can't do that?
No, apparently I can't.
All right. Eric, you got a public service announcement for everyone?
Back the lat.
The lat.
All
Back
right.
it more than once. Keep backing it up.
Let's see. Hold on.
Wants them a little bit bigger, so they're
Long-time
112.
watcher, first-time talker. I wish those Garfield figures were 2 inches smaller, and they would be perfect for 112. Yeah, I agree with you.
Oh yeah, because they're 4, aren't they?
Yeah. If they were a little bit smaller, they would be perfect to go with your action figures.
It's a good point, but you run into the articulation when you get those tiny ones. Like
Yeah.
NECA had like the Gizmo or the Gizmo. Sorry, the what's his name? The Mogwai Gremlins. Is it Gizmo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Losing my
Gizmo.
mind. Did I say it wrong?
I don't know.
Anyway, his arms were so awkward to move, and what was the other one? Was really tiny. Oh, the Puppet Masters.
Puppet
That's
Masters.
good articulation, but
Okay. All right. So if you have the Spin Master, Last of Us set, Ellie makes the perfect fire victim to wear the fire blanket. And then if you have the Goblin Queen, your firefighter can save the little baby from a fire. Because, because the parents, what was I told there, Thano, that the parents ran out and left the kid behind?
Are you not going to make a nativity scene?
No, I did
With
the
the
one
baby?
with Grogu like a few years ago. Should I do one with all the Marvel Legends villains that I have surrounding the baby?
Is that Baby Hope? Is that Hope?
It's the whatever the one that came with the Goblin Queen. I don't know. I just saw the little baby. Yeah. All right. Anyways, back to Laat. Thanks for hanging out with us on another Saturday, and we'll see you next time on the Toy Duo team.
stay cool.
News
Stay
of
awesome,
pop
everybody.
culture you can handle. You can have more action figures that will ever fit on your shelf.
Do you like other just shooting everybody that's not a dream project?
That's perfect. Lynn, you got to share this on socials. Just the clip.
But you fear you might miss out. Just sit
More backers.
just relax and watch you listen.
If you don't want to share it, you got to send it to me and I'll